Welcome back to Fighting Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we are going to look at Chainlink on the monthly chart, the macro scale, so you can be better informed for what's to come, where I personally think we are in this cycle based on prior cycles, based on the indicators, and I'll relay that information to you. You can make your own decisions, but if you like the video today, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating these markets, join our Patreon group, linked below, and you get more interaction with me, access to our private Telegram group, and a lot more content. Plain and simple. Let's get going. Chainlink, one really big cycle, right? We've only had one, right? So we can't have too much confidence in what we're going to say because of that. Simply that, right? Bitcoin, been through many cycles. We have a lot more data. The less data you have, the less confidence you should have in what you're about to say, right? So let's keep that in context, okay? So this cycle, where do we think we are? Well, let's look at where we are currently, right? Above the monthly Bollinger Bands. So this is big time. Now, if you notice, the Bollinger Bands look a little bit skewed back here, right? A lot of potential volatility to the downward side. That's because it's on log scale. So pay no attention to these abysmal pits here. So we closed November outside the monthly Bollinger Band. We're working on closing December outside the monthly Bollinger Band. Are we going to do it? Well, we have half the month left. Has history been kind to those times? Not really, right? But usually, I think we're probably somewhere around this area. And if I had to pinpoint a candle, this one looks like a good one. History doesn't repeat, but it does often rhyme. So let's look at that, right? A move outside the Bollinger Band. Initial out of their bear market, right? 2018 bear cycle, explosive move up, get us out of it. And then outside the monthly Bollinger Bands, here's 1, here's 2, 3, and really, where did you go? Right back to the monthly EMA 8. The monthly EMA 8, just FYI for right now, is just shy of $11. So if we do in fact have a move down, it's not cataclysmic. We're not going back to $2. Very unlikely, given this long base, right? We've made many videos on that. The 50-month EMA would be kind of the worst case scenario. That's a 9, right? You could see all these monthly wicks. Look at that. A tap off the EMA 50, right? That green line. Tap, 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 taparoo. Happy Gilmore? Anybody? So if we go back there, right, that's worst case scenario. But more often than not, in the early stages of bull cycles, you're just going to hit the monthly EMA 8. So keep that in mind if you're looking to accumulate more Chainlink. If you've recently sold, maybe you want to buy some more there. EMA 8, right? Track that week over week, month over month, right? But monthly chart, I would say we're probably more or less along the lines of here. Now look at what else is significant here. And based on this volume, this is volume at the bottom if you're not familiar, right? And then we have a moving average, this blue line. You want to see volume above that to really be more confident of a sustainable move to the upside. But it doesn't mean it's an up-only mode. That just likely means your coin is gaining more strength, more volume, and it can, have a bigger tidal wave behind said move, okay? So, having said that, we are working on our second monthly candle out. Could we last another month? Potentially. But if we don't, if we start to come back down, we're not panicking, right? We're likely just going to the EMA 8. And this is not Chainlink specific. You can go back and look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever altcoin you're in. As long as it has some history, it's very likely the initial move out went to the EMA 8. Use it, right? Okay, now let's get to the more fun stuff. How about we look at some indicators based on the past, based on where we are now. Let's look at the RSI. We were much higher back then, but a lot less market cap. So if you do the math on that, right, a $10 trillion market cap is going to be much more difficult to move the needle than a $10 million market cap, right? That's is why altcoins, can explode overnight. The market cap's very little, right? So an investment of a few $1,000,000 can sway the market, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But looking at the RSI, much higher than where we are now, right? We're at, 57, 58 now, which is good, right? Let's zoom in on this, right? But look at the peaks for these really like kind of blow off moves for Chainlink. RSI off the charts, even on the monthly. Are we there now? No, we're gaining strength, but we're just spent so much time in this bear market, right? When was the last time we saw this? And again, this is why I led off with, we only have one data point, right? We haven't really been through a tumultuous bear market where we've built a foundational base. So we don't really know what to expect with Chainlink. Based on that, could this be the base that lifts us to absolutely ungodly price? Sure, right? We don't know, right? We have no history. If we had seen this last time, right, and maybe 2017 we came down and we built a year plus base, and then we did this again, right? Then we have more data to go off of, but it's still only one data point. You want at least 3, 4, 5 data points to really be more confident. Bitcoin's starting to have that. And just side note, I'm putting out a Bitcoin video like this video later today. So if you like this, you want to see more on what I'm thinking for Bitcoin, go check that out later. But Chainlink RSI, gaining strength, anytime you're above 50, you're doing well. If we come back down, where should we like to hold? Well, I'm glad you asked. We're looking at kind of this little rough zone, right? You see this? We're looking around 50, right? We don't want to go back below this. It definitely not a monthly close. We do not want to see this, right? It closed back under 50 is more bearish. I don't anticipate that happening. What I would anticipate is maybe if we go back down to that EMA 8, it would look something very similar to this, right? EMA 8, go back to $11, $12, $10 maybe area for Chainlink. On the monthly scale, we're looking at like February, March potentially for a retest of this and then a move back to the upside, right? We're in a bull market, so don't panic. Even if prices do go down, which I'm on that side, all right? I'm on the more likelihood of a chill period for Chainlink and altcoins and Bitcoin over the next couple of months. I know that might not be a popular opinion, but we're looking at this and showing you potentially why based on the data, right? Now, stochastic RSI, our momentum, right? This is about as high as it's ever been for Chainlink. So we do have that. Maybe your momentum is based on the RSI, right? The stochastic is based on the RSI. The RSI is based on price. So you want those in agreement, and we have those, right? MFI, why the hell would you track this? Well, it's similar to the RSI, but it has volume impacted in this. So you can see how early we started. Really, last year, Chainlink started to gain more volume, which you could see played out. It takes a while to play this out, but bullish divergence started to play out, and then we got really big kind of move from the $5 lows, and now we over 3x, right, in just a couple of months, right? And that's where Chainlink is now. Okay, so that is that. ADX and DI, another important one. Look how strong the bulls were back here, right? Bulls, you could think of green. Bears, you could think of red, right? And also, side note, what else do you notice? The bears have never been in charge of Chainlink. It's always bullish. Even down here, even where everyone doubted Chainlink and thinks we're going to $2, $1, whatever the hell the numbers were, they were there. Bulls still in charge on the macro scale. Always will be. I don't know about that one, but it's seemingly for the next couple of years, right? Diverging from each other again, but just starting to gain strength. ADX is your orange line. Look how strong Chainlink was on the average directional index, the orange line, right? To really gain power, you need to be above 25. Are we there yet? No, but we're trying. Maybe the next couple of months. So maybe let's kind of forecast this out. Some just curl off, and then we start to curl up again, go into next spring, right? Springtime, Q1, Q2, 2024. That's kind of the likely scenario for an alt season, a true alt season. We haven't seen one of those since 2020, 2021, right? This is what we want to see. We want to see the ADX continue up, right, over time, and then you want to see these diverge from each other, right? You want the bears to kind of just chill down here, and you want your bulls to get big again, right? We need the big bulls out, right? This is what we're wanting to see for Chainlink on the macro scale. This is not the BS, elementary school one-day chart. This is the macro monthly chart. This is big boys, right? Now, one thing I will say that is a little concerning is our MFI is very high, over 80. Historically, again, only a couple data points. Anytime Chainlink has been over 80, it's been short-lived, at least for the short term, for a couple of months, right? Back here, 2019, RSI or MFI cranked out. We took a chill back to the EMA 8. Next time, August 2020, MFI cranked out at 80. Next month, where'd we go? Back to the EMA 8. MFI, a couple months later, cranked out again, over 80. How about the next month? Way down, right? This was kind of the sketch started cataclysmic end to our crypto run, but still, there's 3 data points: MFI over 80, MFI over 80, MFI over 80. The next month was red and back to the EMA 8 in the not so distant future after that. We're at 80, over 80, right? Are we going to see this month green and maybe next month? Maybe January goes back to the EMA 8, right? The longer we can delay that, the better, because guess what? The EMA 8 is moving up, right? There's the EMA 8. It's now the leading moving average, 1070, right? EMA 8 zoomed out, right? You can see this. So if we move down, we're not panicking. We're foaming at the mouth to buy more Chainlink cheaper, right? All right. Anything else you see that you want to see to address, right? Fisher Transform. Great tool to use. If you don't use it, right? We looked at this yesterday on the weekly. There's a potential kind of warning on the weekly. We can just side note that, right? We made that video yesterday. It has crossed down for the first time. The last time it crossed down was August 2023, right? That lasted for a couple of months. These do not have many fake outs, as you can see, right? Especially when they're convictions like that, right? They can go sideways if they start to like kind of hinge a little bit. But when they get these blatant crosses, not usually do you get that much hesitation or that many fake outs. Usually, right? Always, nothing's 100%. We want to wait till this closes at this weekly close. But let's get back to our focus on the monthly. Monthly is still going up. We've kind of broken this hesitation level, but we're kind of right at this level, right? Everything has support and resistance areas. So right there, look at this, right? Come down from our 2020 cool off from when Chainlink made its nice little summer move, right? And then back down. And now we're right there again with the Fisher Transform. At the same time, the weekly is looking like it's hinging down, potential sell signal. Fisher Transform is still gaining traction on the monthly. So overall, monthly, maybe we just take a couple of months chill and it just kind of hinges and then we go back again, right? Who knows? We'll keep track of that for you. We are also on our Smart Money Concepts down at the bottom here. This is by Chart Prime, by the way. If you're interested in getting that, they have a bundle. Just go on their website, chartprime.com. I have at least a 30% discount for you if you want that, right? I have it. They let me use it for free. If you want to just, have me do it, that's fine. If you want to use it yourself, some great tools on there, right? I use them all the time. They even have, it's a lot of good stuff, right? Check it out. That's starting to show oversold, but as I'm going to talk about in my Bitcoin video, that can last for a long time, especially on the monthly, right? We started getting oversold here in July 2020, right? Did prices top out right there? Obviously not, right? 5 months of overbought, right? And then what? Still just a tag of the EMA 8. And then we went higher. And then we were overbought for another 4 months, right? And then finally, but this is not the, you don't look at this on the monthly and say, we're overbought, I'm getting out, right? It's not that quick, right? That's a good sign. If you're getting overbought, that means everyone's buying, right? For the short term, that's a good sign. This is like, the lagging, the laggiest of lagging indicators, right? It's not a sign to get out. It's a sign to maybe stop buying, right? If that makes sense to anyone out there, hopefully, right? Okay, so many people do the overbought, oversold very incorrectly and very too quickly. They're very too harsh to judge. So side note on that, hopefully you found this video somewhat helpful, if not mildly entertaining with my just whatever. Let's get to our quote of the day. Nothing can have value without being an object of utility by Mr. Karl Marx. And get to our car of the day. It is the Dodge Viper. Creative little license plate, hey? Dodge Viper ACR. And that is pretty epic looking hood, right? Not many hoods open like this, but Vipers look pretty epic when they're in show mode. Car show, Dodge Viper. One of the coolest looking hoods out of any car, even supercars, right? Pretty great looking. All right, I'll wrap it up there. If you have any questions, comments, want to see something else in Chainlink, did you like something special? Let me know, right? It helps me keep doing these videos. Join us in our Patreon group. If you're not there already, just try it out for a month. I think you're going to learn a lot, right? I'm teaching you how to fish rather than just watching all these videos from me or whatever other shitcoin YouTuber you watch. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. I'll see you right back here on that Bitcoin video because you're going to watch it, right? Watch that Bitcoin video. Very similar to this. It's going to be good.